There are great reasons for travelling abroad, but I can think of a million reasons to see Australia, maybe more. And while it's really important to have a destination in mind, the true magic isn't about getting from A to B, it's about the entire journey. This is Subaru's Great Australian Detour. It's about a journey, getting off the highway, onto the side roads and seeing Australia. I can't wait to share it with you. I used to think the romance of the open road was the stuff of legend. Another time and most certainly another place. We know better. The open road's still there, just off the freeway, connecting families to towns and stories and what will become some of our fondest memories. Subaru's Great Australian Detour is a celebration of the long way, of looking at the drive as the destination and seeing just how much we can do as we travel from A to B, instead of racing and missing the best bits. This is Australia, the greatest detour there is. In this series, we'll see a fair whack of it. From the pristine driving joy of Tasmania, fishing the Snowies, riding the Victorian Alps, rafting the King, abseiling Buffalo, swimming with dolphins to red dirt and taking the outback. We'll wind through mountains and bush scenes on the way to beaches. It's a big country, lots to see and even more to do. All of it off the freeway. In this Great Australian Detour, it's like a full summer in the Snowies. We take the 2022 Forester and we fish and bike and ride and even stop off in the most surprising yet stunning historic town. It's the Great Australian Detour. It's funny, every time I drive past Goulburn, I see the big windmills, which are actually wind turbines, and go, I'd love to get over there and see them. And then today of all days, I know a guy who knows another guy in Crookwell. And Cookwell is where the wind turbines are. And honestly, just to drive up this road, which is gorgeous, and see the turbines reveal themselves behind hills, and I mean, it's just definitely worth the turn off. Cookwell is in Gandangara land. It's about 2.5 hours south of Sydney, an hour and a half west of Canberra. Think Goulburn and you'll be close. A wide, tree-lined avenue welcomes you to Crookwell, a small town with much of the historic buildings thankfully intact. There's a definite history here, and lots of it revolves around sport. Delly Carr is my friend of a friend, an Australian sports photographer with a genuine gift for capturing single moments that tell stories long after the race or the game has been won. Crookwell was a surprise to him too.
I came here and not knowing anything about Crookwell. The drive-in blew my mind with all the wind farms that are.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's insane.
Yeah.
You're driving next to them and you don't realise the scale.
Because there's an incredible sense of history, not just the fact through the main street and the architecture that it's all old and no one's come in and put through the glass and the steel and the big fancy stuff. It really holds some integrity.
I agree, and they haven't even pretended or tried to make it look like a little tourist town, right?
But the sporting history is off its head, isn't it?
It is. Again, I learned all those stories, you know, that evening at the pub having a dinner with a lot of people and the history and how much they punch above their weight in this place.
And what you do, so like what we're trying to do is go off the main road and see the smaller things, and you as a sports photographer, but it's your shot that really isolates a moment, like your Kathy Freeman photo from the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah,
with the
Indigenous two flags, and it is now a moment in history.
Yeah.
I'd look back on those pictures and go, there's a moment in history that I've kept and I've got visually.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's a reason to come to somewhere like Cookwell as well. Yeah. Is just capture a moment in history, enjoy it.
I agree.
Move along.
I agree.
And then find the next one.
Oh, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I'm old school, and I love that idea. I love that thought.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something we shouldn't forget.
Back on the road, we're snaking through the Great Dividing Range, heading for Adaminaby. Things are fabulously unexpected. Did I say fabulously unexpected? We've descended into fog. It's like a pea soup. You literally can't see more than 100 metres, which is beautiful and mysterious because you sort of wonder what's out there. But also it's a real shame because the drive here is apparently beautiful and I was really looking forward to it. But, you know, this is something different. So just gently vently. There's a bit of everything off the main road, and I didn't have to look far to find it. Truth be told, I did venture further than expected, but that's where whimsy took me, and whimsy was right again. All right, so we're going into a dirt road. As I'm sure you know, Subarus are famous for their symmetrical all-wheel drive, so the power goes to the right wheel at the right time. And then you get onto something that you don't know, like dirt, and you can employ X mode, and it's literally just the flick of a button. So that's X mode on there. And you've got X mode for snow and dirt, or X mode for deep snow and mud. So I'm just gonna keep it in the snow and dirt. I don't know what this road's like, I don't know how slippery it is. And it gives me confident driving in possibly less than confident conditions. It's also quite good fun. There are two really cool parts to X mode, and one is the hill descent control function. And so that is just the car maintaining the speed down the hill. So it's literally one less thing to think about. The other is on the display, you've got the degrees of incline. So that's 8 degrees, 7 degrees, 4, 3. Oh, kids love it. Dad, we're 9 degrees. No. Wait till we get to 11, kids. You wait till we get to 11. The great thing about getting off the freeway is you never really know what you're going to find. And I wasn't expecting this. And I'm really glad I'm seeing it for the first time. Famous for where the Snowy Hydro scheme began and one of the highest towns in Australia, Adaminaby is the gateway to so much more. This is Adaminaby's famous giant trout. It's one of the big things, like, you know, Ballina's big prawn or Goulburn's big merino. It's not an accurate representation of the trout I'm expecting to catch tomorrow with Cole, who is a local legend. We're going to get one of them. It's a rainbow. It just might not be that big. Could be. Is it a dry fly or wet? It has to be dry coming out like that. Maybe a royal wolf. If the caddis hatch, fish comes up. Cole would be unhappy with being described as a local fishing legend. So how about the rodfather of the trout scene? While the snow goose is not his pub, these are most certainly his trout. Massive browns and rainbows. Cole has fished here for years. So listen, where are we going?
We're going to the Yuca Burn River on 4 Mile track, just down around through all this beautiful rocky boulders that a landscaper would be proud of doing.
Yeah.
We'll find the...
it's like it's staged, isn't
yeah.
it? So how's this for you, like driving through now, post-fires?
Oh, well, it was pretty bad after the fires, but you can see the recovery that's happening, and, you know, the snow gums are all shooting from the base of the trees and coming up. It'll be its old self in 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Will take a long time to recover, but it is recovering, and in the meantime, you've got other species of wildflowers and things that are happy to see the sunshine and flowering, so it's looking quite good. It's always devastating to see all the dead trees, of course, but the new stuff's there.
It's strangely beautiful though, isn't it?
It is.
Like,
it's got a different aura about it. It's always, in my book, the mountain's always beautiful. Like, you have a look at that.
Look at that.
That's a pretty special river and a pretty special place.
Just so you know, we're in X mode at the moment.
Yeah.
The car's got X mode, right?
Oh,
so
right. Yeah.
That's actually limiting the speed down the hill.
Oh, nice.
I'm also in X mode, excitement mode. To fish here is a dream come true.
Is that a fish?
Did you see
Might
one?
be an old guide's
Did you
tail.
see one?
Could be an old guide's tail.
Hang on, did you see one?
I bet you there's one in that run there. Got my
Hey, so
name on it.
are we going to get to run a royal wolf today?
We're going
a
to
red
use
tag?
an irresistible wolf, which is my tie and is irresistible. So it's a mixture.
Okay, no worries.
Well, we can do a royal wolf. Royal wolf works.
A royal wolf indeed. Okay, Cole, good to go.
Really?
What?
What's that?
This is my gear. I went to the cupboard. I know it's 20 years old, but surely it's still...
Oh, that's all right. You're with a professional.
What about my rod? It's...
Beautiful.
This is a fly from... Wow, well, that's pretty good.
The fly looks all right.
Royal wolf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
How are we going to go?
So we're gonna do a nail knot.
A nail knot. Ay, wow. So you're happy with the wolf?
Yeah, the royal wolf's looking good.
Okay.
It is a fly that works consistently in the Snowy Mountains, so it'll be fine. I think that the main problem we got is like maybe casting. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, we'll find out. And we've got to be careful down at the river. We don't want to scare the fish.
Yeah, we don't want to scare the fish. We also want to be aware of things that move through the grass. Be aware of it. So nothing wrong with looking at the water, but also look at your feet.
Okay, I'll follow you then.
Right. Yeah. Well, the guide always kicks the snakes out of the way.
Okay.
That's why you do that.
Trout were introduced to Australia in the 1860s and they've held fishers captive ever since, from northeast New South Wales all the way to Tassie. The area around Adaminabi is one of the best.
The only thing we're not having fun with is the fact that there's the trained fish haven't come up yet.
This Australian beauty is here for all of us. It's just a matter of taking the long way. But not today.
Okay, Andrew, we got to head off, mate.
Well, we actually have to go.
We do have to go. Yeah, I got to head off.
So if you've got to go, I've got to go.
Yeah. So
all right, well, look, where can we go? Where can I go on my travels? Because
Cayenne up there, there's 2 or 3 Ks up there, and the world's yours. So just go for it.
and then after that, I'm going to the Snowies.
Well, the Snowies, the whole of the Snowies full of trout.
Okay.
Full of trout.
Have you noticed that the bugs have started to rise?
Yes. It's 10:30, isn't
Can
it?
we fish on the way to the car at least?
No, we've got to go.
I knew a guy who fly fished Cole who said he was having such a lovely time fishing and he was angry at the fish when it took his lure.
Yeah.
Fishing's been described as a jerk on one end of the line waiting for a jerk on the other. Sadly, only one jerk was playing along today. Hey, this is great. So there's actually snow on the Snowy Mountains, which is exciting because you want to get... All right, that little noise you heard there, don't panic, that's a little alarm from the Advanced Driver Monitoring System, that's what it's called. And basically it's saying, Andrew, get your eyes back on the road where they belong. When you marry that with the lane centering function, honestly, the tech is just doing everything to keep you in your lane, eyes on the road, getting to where you need to get to, and to look out for signs like this one that says Crackenback, which is where we're going. So it's all working. There's some conjecture about the name Crackenback, but the general theme is backs were cracked when getting fence posts from the bottom of the valley to the top of the ridge, hence Crack M Back. Not so now. Crackenback Resort and Spa offers boutique accommodation and something for everyone. Okay, so archery's, it's one of those things, you know, you turn up somewhere and you go, geez, that looks daggy, but I'd really like to go. And then you think, I should really be able to do it, because I've seen Robin Hood. Not the best start. The Olympic gold from Australia. And that is how you do it. Ah, a segue out of the archery to one of the other activities at Crackenback. In the weirdest way, Royal Crackenback is not unlike Royal Melbourne in that the course was sculpted from the land provided. And that's literally where the similarity ends. What's great about here is you can come here with your kids. All the gear is available. I always carry my own clubs because I'm a bit like that. And you can just come out and have a fun golfing day. But see how it's, you know, like there's the green, you got the bushland behind. It's absolutely stunning. There's brumbies. Sit down. Oi, 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 oi. When the golf's done, and it's a fun 9 holes, you can try normal golf or frisbee golf. Be safe in the knowledge the highlight of your visit is yet to come. If there's a hero of the summertime Snowies, it's the mountain bike.
So can you ride?
Can I ride?
Well, we're going to find out.
And I was born on a bike, but I've never ridden one of these.
All right, so we've got an e-bike here.
Yeah.
All right. It might be a little bit different from what you've ridden before, but it's going to give you a little bit more assistance.
Is it an accelerator or I have to pedal?
No, so it's still all on your power.
Yeah.
It just gives you a little bit more pedal assist as you push.
Okay, because I'm pretty fully sick on...
You're looking at it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. Okay, but we've got 2 brakes.
Yep.
You know which brake is which?
Front, back.
Yep, good. So left brake is back, right brake is
Yeah.
front.
This one's for, so this is your drifty brake?
Drifty, yeah. Get around those corners nice and smooth. We've got the TVT track.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a good place to go and check out. It's a beautiful 17K section of mountain bike trail, all maintained, flows along the river, really nice.
Beautiful. The TVT, or Thredbo Valley Track, has something for all levels of rider. A shuttle service runs from Crackenback Resort to different stops along the track. I've always been a believer in you don't know what you don't know, and I did not know mountain biking. Always thought it was a bit kooky, and I could well be becoming a kook, because it brings me to places like this. There's a trout up here feeding off something, you hear just the birds, you know, maggies and the lyrebirds and the wattlebirds. It is stunning. And quite challenging, I'd imagine, if this wasn't an e-bike. So this is Diggings campsite. We're nearly at the end. It's 19 kilometres long and the fastest time ever is 37 minutes, which I find spiritually impossible because I don't know how you could not be stopping all the time. I've seen trout, two coming up, so once, oh my God. So it's utterly stunning. And what people do is they camp here and then take different trails and find the next spot for the next day. And it's mind-blowing. And then the zhuzh.
Whoa, and some mad skitties.
The Snowy Mountains offers one of Australia's most scenic drives. Just the driving itself is brilliant. It's twists and turns, it's beautiful scenery. You'll see beautiful Australian animals. Like I've seen just this morning, emus, I've seen kangaroo. Seeing the country letterboxes, the farmers farming, you know, looking out across the grass and seeing the wind go through it. And then you see the cypress trees and you think you're in Gladiator and you imagine yourself running your hand through the grass, but you'd never do it. Would you? Would you? So make sure you tour the region via the road. There is one last summer thing, a swim, where the water's actually warm enough all year. Halfway between Talbingo and Adaminaby are the Yarrangobilly caves. and a spring-fed thermal pool running at 27 degrees all year long. There's a picnic area and kids' wading pool too. No one's mentioned the healing qualities, but surely there's some magic here. Why don't you leave me here while I think about our next Great Australian Detour?